You're not an overthinker. You are a person whose nervous system was never told it was safe to rest. Let me say that again. Because your brain has probably already dismissed it. The looping thoughts, the 2 a.m. replays, the constant scanning for what might go wrong, waiting for the other shoe to drop, that is not your personality. That is your nervous system stuck in survival mode. And today I'm going to give you 5 truths about why and how to start coming out of it. Let's get right into it. Truth number 1, the amygdala isn't broken, it is overtrained. When we call ourselves overthinkers, we make it sound like a character flaw, like we just need to try harder to stop. But here's what is actually happening. Your amygdala, the threat detection system in your brain, is running on a hair trigger. It is scanning your environment the way you would scan a dark parking garage, except you're just lying in bed. The clinical term is hypervigilance, and here's the thing that most people don't understand. Hypervigilance isn't a disorder. It is an adaptation. It is a survival mechanism. Your system, your nervous system, wasn't born this way, it was trained. Truth number 2, you were trained and not born to be hypervigilant. If you grew up in an environment where love was inconsistent, where moods shifted without warning, where parents' reactions were unpredictable, your brain did something incredibly intelligent. It said, if I can predict what's coming, maybe I can protect myself. That is not weakness, that is survival, and it is a brilliant strategy for survival for a child who needed it. The problem is, you're not in that environment anymore, but your nervous system doesn't know that yet. It is still scanning, still anticipating, still bracing. This is the attachment root, and most overthinkers don't realize that the voice in their head catastrophizing about a text message, that voice sounds exactly like the environment they grew up in. Truth number 3, your brain rewards the spiral. Here is the part that might make you angry or maybe relieved. When you are in a thought loop, running through every possible outcome of every situation, your brain is releasing dopamine. Not a lot, but enough. Why? Because your brain treats mental problem solving the same way it treats real problem solving. It rewards the activity of thinking, not the resolution. So you spin for an hour and you never reach a conclusion, and your brain says, whew, good job, let's do that again tomorrow. This is why telling someone to just stop thinking about it is neurologically naive. You're not weak, you are chemically incentivized to keep going, to keep looping. And understanding that, really understanding it, is the first step to breaking this loop. Truth number 4, the same engine that exhausts you makes you remarkable. So there are some studies that show people who score high on rumination also score significantly higher on cognitive empathy, the ability to understand what others are thinking and feeling. You notice these micro expressions, you hear what wasn't said, you feel the shift in a room before everyone else does. And that very mechanism that keeps you up at night is the same one that makes you an extraordinary partner, a friend, and human. This isn't a defect. It is a misdirected gift. The question isn't how to shut it off. It is how to aim it at somewhere that serves you instead of drains you. Truth number 5, you cannot think your way out of a thinking problem. And this is the one that is going to frustrate the overthinker in you. Are you ready? You cannot solve a nervous system problem with more thinking. Regulation doesn't happen in the frontal cortex first. It happens in the body. Your vagus nerve needs some activation. Your breath needs to slow. Your muscles need to loosen. They need to receive the signal that the threat is over. And repair is somatic in your body before it's cognitive. So the next time you catch yourself in a spiral, try this instead of trying to think your way out. Place your hand on your chest. Breathe out longer than you breathe in. You may even say out loud, my nervous system is doing its job, but right now I am also safe. Ground yourself in your room. This is not toxic positivity. It is a way to send a signal from your body to your brain instead of the other way around. You're not too much. You're not broken. You're carrying a nervous system that learned to protect you before you were old enough to choose. And now you get to teach it something new. If you want to dig into a little bit more of this work, I've created the Emotional Safety Reset. Head to the description below for a link to that. I am Chrissy, the Emotional Intelligence Nurse. Don't forget to subscribe for more content just like this.